Okay, we're live, but it says poor connection. Dang it.
It's okay.
Well, hi guys. If you're there, let us know.
Yeah.
I wish it had better connection, so I'm not sure exactly what you guys are seeing. But yeah, if you're there, let me know somehow. Comment or whatever. Hopefully we get better connection, but yeah, I just wanted to go live tonight just because, every time I go live, I tell you guys the same thing. It's just easier this way. Okay, you guys, I can see all the comments now, so that's awesome. Yeah, but I just wanted to talk a little bit and also, answer questions if you guys have any questions. But yeah, I kind of wanted to just say that thank you to you guys for all the support and stuff. And if, of course, if you have any questions that haven't answered yet, and like through Instagram or something like that, I will get to those questions. But yeah, I wanted to talk about the Sony A9. I wanted to talk about PhotoPlus that's coming out in October in New York, and I also wanted to talk about maybe potential workshops because I can post asking you guys when you want to, when or what you would like
To see.
to see and when you would like me to go to places, but it's just easier to just have a live feedback. And with Facebook, that's just kind of iffy. Now you have two cameras, A9 and no, I don't have the A9. I wish I had it though. Like I said, I wanted to talk about the A9 just because I'm not paid by Sony or anything to talk about it right now, but I was hearing a lot about the A9 just because of the whole overheating thing by that one camera guy, and I was just gonna kind of just say that's kind of crazy. I didn't experience that myself. I don't think anybody over at Cando, which was the trip that Sony invited us to in Santa Barbara. Yeah, I didn't experience that at all, but I'm probably not the best person to say that I didn't experience that because I was telling you guys before, or some people before, that I shoot very slowly. I don't really shoot fast at all, and Ashley's there. I shoot very slowly just because I like to take my time on the actual pose and stuff like that and the subject. I have these things pre-thought before I even take the shot. So that's kind of why. That's more than likely why I didn't experience it myself. But yeah, I think with Danny's case, yeah, his name's Danny, that one camera guy. I want to say that's probably like an isolated incident. That's what I'm hoping for. But a couple of other people that I've talked to that are like that have used the A9 for weddings and stuff like that for video, they haven't experienced that. So hopefully that's an isolated incident. Not just him, but it's only a couple of folks. It's isolated. Let me just say hey to everybody that's out there, and hope you guys are having a good night. Over here in Texas, it's 10:33, but I wanted him to go live right now because I know in other places like in California, I think it's like 2 hours behind. It's over there. It's 8:33 or something like that. So I was like, maybe this would be a good time for people who are in Texas that are just laying down on their phones and stuff like that, or on the computer editing late, but also late enough so that people in Cali can see what's going on. Hey Joey, I'm still stuck at work. Freaking sucks. Oh, that's cool. Don't get in trouble if you're watching me. The cat is Wells. His name is Wells. I named him because of the show The Flash. If you guys watch it, there's a character named Harrison Wells, and I was like, I like that name, so I wanted to name him Wells. Yeah, where am I getting at? Yeah, I wanted to talk about the A9 because we got to talk to Sony engineers over there in Cando about the A9. So that was really cool. They kept constantly asking us, our thoughts on certain cameras. I had the A6500 and I was recording with it, and they kind of just approached me and asked me my thoughts on it. I wish I had more to say about it, but I am honestly still very fresh to video. Photos is where my expertise lie, specifically with portraits. But yeah, it was really cool because they wanted our feedback on the E9 as we were using it, and what we would like to see, and stuff that they can probably implement in like in firmware update and stuff like that. I know a lot of people wanted to have the tagging, which I personally would want as well, because I had that feature with Canon, where you can just rate the photo, and then when you import it in Lightroom, you can see which ones that you favorited or whatever like that. But yeah, aside from the A9, which I'm hoping is performing well for everybody, I did want to talk about PhotoPlus, because I'm really looking forward to that, because I loved and still love WPPI. It's really fun to see everybody there, but I'm also gonna go to PhotoPlus and wanted to see if you guys are gonna attend. I would love to meet you guys. Yeah, because New York is an entirely different experience. I think the only time that I really got to experience it is this last PhotoPlus, because I think I did go to New York like twice before that, but I was not allowed to like go and venture on my own. And this time, when we go to New York, when me and her go to New York, we're gonna kind of make the best of it out of the days that we were there, because when we went last time, we kind of just went to PhotoPlus, and then like a day that we had free, we kind of just rushed everywhere. We rushed all over the place, and we were like dying. We were dying. But
It's terrible.
yeah. So if you guys are gonna plan to attend, I definitely want to meet up with you guys. Maybe do an actual formal meetup. If not a formal meetup, then I would just love to just stop, say, hey, where you guys at, and just meet up and see you guys. Just because it's honestly, if you haven't been to a photo conference before, I would definitely recommend going, especially if you live locally, because I myself I'm kind of still a shy guy, but when it comes to photography, it's like I could talk about photography for hours on end. I have done that. I've lost my voice talking about photography. So so when when it's something you're passionate about, it kind of like you kind of get the nerves just go away. So I think it's pretty cool. And if you guys have the chance of going, or you have that extra time from your job or something like that, definitely go. I highly recommend going to at least WPPI. That's probably cheaper, because it's always cheap to go to Vegas, because they want you to go so you can lose your money gambling. But yeah. So let me see what. Okay, because I'm on my phone, so I have to like either scroll up. The only reason I'm on my phone is because when I was on the computer, it was kind of like super complicated, and I was like, crap, I should have did this earlier. I should have set it up beforehand, but I didn't. So now I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go ahead and look at the comments. You guys can talk to Ashley.
Ah, no.
We're here in our room. Oh, the Valley Car Expert. That's Jeff. Oh, okay.
Ah.
Subscribe
Hey,
to subscribe to the channel. I have my cat here. He's really awesome.
He was lost.
Yeah, he was. You can tell him the story about that.
Oh, okay. So while we look at Joey, I'll tell you
I'm
the
gonna look at
story.
the
So our cat decided to venture out, and he was lost for a whole day.
I see you, girl.
We were so devastated. And today I found out he's a real Bengal. He's a really Bengal cat. I thought he was just a regular mixed cat, but he's a real Bengal. Look at that handsome. And now to Joey.
Hello, guys. Okay, so I'm looking at the comments. I know that some people are saying, "What's up with Keidron Franklin? When is he gonna swap to Sony?" And who knows? Who knows? I don't want to make any promises for him, but he's really making the Nikon stuff shine. So that's going for him. I'm rooting for him to go further and further. So if he wants to do both, maybe he'll become the first person to become a Sony ambassador, Sony artisan and a Nikon. Maybe that would be pretty cool. Let's see. Can you try to adapt the new Tamron 7200 with G2 with the MC11? I don't have that lens, but if I did, then I would totally try that for you. But I'm pretty sure it'd work. I think for a second there, Manny Ortiz used it over there at PhotoPlus. I believe he tried it, like he put it on his camera. Could be wrong, but I think he did do that, and I think he really liked the sharpness, and it was really good lens. So that's my little bit of information on that. Let's see. Yeah, but what's up to everybody who's joining in? I don't even know how many people are in here. My phone doesn't tell me. But it just tells me poor connection in the
Oh, there you
top
go.
corner. 45. Okay. And maybe it's a little too late. Okay, so what if I buy Sony mirrorless and its defective Sony service is really not good, which is I heard from so many. That's a good question. I'm not entirely sure about the Sony Pro support stuff going on over where you live, Dev, but that's a good question. I'd probably ask one of the members about that. At least send them an email. So my name Jeff. But yeah, I would definitely message somebody, see about the support, and tell them your concerns, because you definitely don't want to get something, save up for a Sony camera, it be defective, and then you kind of be out of luck. So definitely, I wish I could help you more, but I'm not a Sony Pro support member. Yeah, I'm just a collective, which is I know it sounds like a little like making myself seem low, but yeah, it's a different area. So let me see. I'm gonna go see if I missed any comments. Thank you guys for the nice compliments. The cat's name, perfect time. I see some of you guys like Boris is going to the Photo Expo, the PhotoPlus. When is Ashley's photo shoot going to happen? You promised.
Not yet. Not yet.
I want to do it already, but I mean, like it'd be cool to do it. Like for this, the weather is kind of a iffy thing over here in Texas. Like for example, I think today's Wednesday. I think Saturday and Sunday it said it was gonna rain all this week, Monday through Friday, and it kind of rained like a little bit, but it was a beautiful day, like today, yesterday, and Monday. So the weather.
No, and then it's so humid in South Texas.
Yeah,
It's
so
terrible.
so if I take a photo of her outside, her hair's like puffy, I'll have to Photoshop it or something. Do you think WPPI is best and biggest West Coast conference? I've never been to one, but would like to attend one. I highly recommend WPPI. Like if you can go, definitely go. I know my friend who lives here in South Texas, or my friends who live here in South Texas. They wanted to go to the most recent one, but they couldn't because of their jobs. So if you can, definitely go. Like I said earlier, it's an unreal experience. Like everybody there shares your passion for one, and then there's so many different like categories of photography that they specialize in, or that you'll share that niche. So for me, I love shooting kind of like fashion-y portraits. So more than likely, there's going to be people there that shoot the same thing or similar things, and it's just cool to talk about things that you love with people who also love it as well. So yeah, and plus aside from that, there's a lot of free stuff being given out over there at the booths. You can win a lot of stuff. So you might spend a couple $100 to go and to sleep there in Vegas, and to spend the days that you're gonna be there. You might make it back by the stuff you might win. So who knows? It's all about chances over there in Vegas. So
Our favorite.
yeah, I love going to Vegas. It's just it's pretty cheap. Like I used to go to we went to this Excalibur a couple times, and it's like with plus taxes, plus the little hidden fee that they have, it's around $40 a day at Excalibur. But we recently stayed at Flamingo, and that was not that.
Oh yeah, we liked it.
It was not that expensive. Plus, I highly recommend Flamingo, because it's in the middle of the strip. Excalibur's at the end, so when we would stay at Excalibur, we'd kind of walk a lot. So, yeah. And plus, I think the Flamingo is not too far of a walking distance from where WPPI is going to be held at now, which is the Las Vegas Convention Center. So yeah, I'm gonna go see if you guys have any more questions. Can you guys let me know if the connection is good? Because it still says poor connection on my phone, but I honestly think I have good connection. Like I think our internet is good at our house. So yeah, and if you haven't already liked the video, please give it a like.
We're talking about the tag.
Oh, the tag is loud or what?
No, it's okay. So
Okay.
they're saying Wells has a hydrant tag. Well, I guess every year they change it. Last year it was a heart. So Kitty Wap has a heart. And
Our other cat.
Wells now has.
He's
the
over there or
hydrant.
is he outside?
He's over there.
Oh, he's over there.
He's
Yeah. Oh, he's sleepy. Okay.
Yeah. So he just got his shots today.
Yeah. Wells just got his shots today. Let's see. What's the cat's name? I think I already. Let's see. Would you trade your R2 for A9? Heck yes. Just because if somebody just gave me the A9, it's more expensive. So yeah, I would definitely take it. So okay, I did want to talk about my experience with the A9 and why I really liked it, because I know there's some people out there who are they have pros and cons, and they voiced them before, like in my posts and stuff. The biggest con I would say about the A9 is the price, and if it was around 3,000, maybe even 3,200, then I think it'd be worth it. But the price is just kind of out there because it is dedicated to be a sports camera, and I shoot portraits, so it's kind of like, why would I get it? But the features I really loved, there was one specific feature I really loved, which was the no blackout feature, because, and if you guys are not familiar with that, that's basically when you take a photo with any camera, you'll see, like, when you take the shot, it goes, the mirror will go, the shutter will go, or mirror, shutter. So yeah, it'll go black like that. When with the no blackout feature, you won't experience that. You'll take the photo and it'll look like you didn't take the photo. Well, I'm like looking over here. I should be looking over here, but it'll look like you like. It'll look like it's just like continuous, like you didn't take a shot, and it's just an unreal experience. Because for me, personally, my personal experience, I really liked it because it was you still, like, you had a more intimate connection with the subject. I know sounds a little weird, but that's the best way to explain it. It's just that it's uninterrupted. You could take the shots and still see what's going on. Me personally, I know it sounds dumb, but when the shutter goes like that, like I kind of got used to it. But with the no blackout, I kind of got used to that right away, and it was just like I don't want to go back to with the shutter again. But yeah, it was an awesome experience for me, just because I like to shoot slowly and I like to connect with the subject and have fun and get real candid moments, candid smiles. So yeah, I really like that feature, and I've told people that if they get like the no blackout feature in like the next iteration of the A9 or the A7R2, yeah, like I don't know if it's gonna be called the A7R3 or the A9R, but whatever comes out next, I really hope for that blackout feature. I don't even mind the dual SD card slots or the longer battery. I don't. I like that no blackout feature was really nice. As a portrait photographer that really likes to connect with the subject. So yeah, that's the thing that I'm really looking forward to and I really loved about the A9. But the battery life was really awesome too. Like I shot the whole day with it. They gave us an extra battery at the candle trip, and I used one battery the whole day. And I didn't expect it to last. I'll be honest with you guys. I thought that it was gonna last maybe 4 hours or something like that. But it lasted the entire day, and I still had like maybe 13% at the end of the day. And that's because I shot photos and I shot a little bit of video as well. And again, I didn't experience the overheating at all. But yeah, and the next day I just charged, or overnight I charged the battery that I used, and I used the fresh battery, the 100% battery, the next day. Excuse me, sorry. But yeah, but the candle trip was, you know what? I want to talk about the candle trip with you guys because I forgot, but I've been working on it. But I'm working on a vlog for you guys to show like footage and my experience over there at Cando. And so far, I've seen some videos from the trip, but nothing like what I plan to put out there for you guys, which is more personal. How it was like being there. So if you guys have any questions about the trip, I'm open to answering them. So, your opinion on native lenses versus third-party lenses on Sony using an adapter. It's a good question. I'm using the Sigma MC. For those who don't know, I'm using the Sigma MC11 adapter with Sigma art lenses, Canon mount Sigma art lenses. So, and I did that specifically because it would have been it was cheaper and easier for me because I didn't have to sell all my lenses and stuff like that and get Sony native glass. But my opinion, and it's probably going to be nothing unique, but it's if you want the best performance out there, you're gonna need Sony native glass. The Sigma Art lenses with the Sigma MC11 adapter, they work pretty good. Like I think it's pretty good, specifically if you're a portrait shooter where you don't need the most optimal performance. I know that sounds bad, but I'm talking about focusing speeds. It focuses just fine for me, and it gets you have eye autofocus, which is gonna be awesome for portraits. But if you want like the fastest focusing speeds and stuff like that, if every second counts, then definitely go Sony native. But for me, it was just cheaper to use my existing lenses. I had the Sigma Art 35, the 50, the 85, and I was gonna get the 135, and I have all those lenses right now. So getting at the time the Sigma MC11 was $250. It's now $150, I'm pretty sure. But so that sucks for me, but good for you guys. But it was just a cheaper option, and the lenses work really well on it. So, that's what I wanted to do. So, but yeah, if you want the best performance, go for Sony native glass. I actually used the the Sony G Master, the Sony 85 G Master over there at Kando, and I really, really loved it. Like I can't put my finger on it. I need to have both side by side to test, which I do plan to do, to show you pretty much why I would want to get the G Master, and I do plan to get the G Master. It's just a little pricey, so I need to save for it, and I do plan to sell, and I do plan to sell my my Sigma R85 and maybe another lens just so I can get the A9 and the G Master. So, but yeah. I will have the chance to rent the 85 G Master, so maybe the comparison video will come not too far, but yeah, gas, yes, gas.
Yes.
Hey Jason, if you guys haven't checked out Jason Bong's channel, I highly recommend it. He's the reason. I like to say that I have a couple of reasons why I switched to Sony, but Jason Bong's videos were the main reason why I switched, because his videos were highly informative and they were fun, and I love that. I like to keep photography fun, and Jason Bong's videos were very fun and entertaining. So, am I missing?
No, this is the next one.
The top one?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I know I'm going all over the place. I only recently found your YouTube and started watching your videos. I love that you include the production shots showing the setup of the scene. Well, thank you for watching my photos or watching my videos and seeing my photos. When I started, I actually highly I appreciated the behind the scenes shots more than anything, because for some reason seeing the photo by itself was just my mind couldn't put together what was happening. I mean, I can completely deconstruct a video now, but a photo now. But back then I couldn't wrap my head about how the lighting was working. So when I saw the behind the scenes photos, I really loved them. I was like, it finally clicked in my head. So I loved seeing those behind the scenes videos. So I started, behind the scenes photos. So I started making my own, and you guys who followed me for a while know what happened. I got featured and stuff like that. So, but yeah, and I still like to make behind the scenes shots right now. So, let's see. I have the A6000 right now, and so want to jump to full frame. A7R2 or fork up to 4500 for the A9. I think the A6000. I haven't used it myself, but I actually do want to buy that sometime soon, just to show people you don't need the latest and greatest. So I would probably say the A7R2, but also make sure that you have a good amount of storage on your computer, just because the 42 megapixels doesn't seem like it'll stack up, but it does. I know I invested in storage space when I got my A7R2 just because I didn't want it to overload my computer. But I think it does force me to focus a little bit more on the shot. I shoot slowly already, but the A7R2 makes me want to shoot a little slower because I know every shot is going to take up a lot of space. So uh, I would say wait because the A9 is going to be a dedicated sports camera, and if you're going to be shooting if you're going to be shooting sports, then definitely get the A9. But the A7R2 is actually on it's been on sale a little bit because of the A9, so it's a good time to get the A9 or the A7R2. So the new Tamron 7200 with MC11 does not focus well. I tried it. Okay, so Alex Rubio says he tried that. To whoever asked earlier, sorry if I for forgetting your name. But so I haven't used it myself, so that's one review right there. I saw that Manny Ortiz did have some trouble with the Sigma 85 and 135. Did you have some troubles? Also have some troubles.
Remember you switched something?
Oh yeah. I was having a little bit of trouble with the Sigma Art 135, but that was entirely user error because it has 3 different focusing distances. One's real close, another's close to a little bit far, and then the last one is full range. And I was trying to focus real close, and I had it on the wrong focusing mode. So then I was wondering what the heck was going on, and then I realized I was on the wrong focusing mode, and that solved my issue. So that was something that I experienced a little bit of trouble with, and then I figured it out. But in terms of performance, I used my Sigma Art 135 for a couple, maybe 2 sessions, maybe 3 sessions now, and it's been fine for me. And the Sigma R85, I've been really loving that. Sorry, excuse me. I've been really loving the Sigma R85 just because, if you guys don't know, the Sigma R85 is actually my first 85mm lens. And I was using, before that, I was using the Canon 135L because I was shooting Canon before. And I really liked that. And I never even owned an 85, and I heard great things about it. Specifically in that you can barely use it indoors, but you can also use it outdoors. The 135 is kind of limiting just because it's focused. So I really love the Sigma R85, and it performed well for me. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. When you are coming to New York City, when you're coming to New York City to do a workshop, that's a good question. I might do one. Yeah, who knows? It's approaching already, so I should probably have things set in stone already, but I don't. But if I do get all the details figured out, I'll definitely announce it on my Facebook and even on YouTube. So just keep a lookout on that, and make sure that if you're watching my videos and you're subscribed, to click the little bell thing, so you guys can get notified when I make a video. This is like YouTuber Inception with Jason Vong in here. Jason's awesome. Can't go wrong with Vong. LA workshop, please. Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. That would definitely be awesome. Oh, that's Jason? Oh yeah. I would definitely want to do one there because I know so many awesome people over there in Cali and specifically in the LA area. So that would be fun. I would love to do that. Manny Army. Yeah, Manny's pretty awesome. Wait, scroll down. Okay. Message retracted? You can do that? Oh, that's pretty cool. Notice me, senpai, Emmanuel Cruz. That's usually Pat Adolfo's line right there. And my brother is watching. Okay. Let's see. How do we get Francisco back to LA for meetup, workshop, hangout? I guess I would have to
have stuff set up.
Yeah, I'd have to set that up. I really want to do that. I really want to do that just because, like I said, so many awesome people over there. So, I'll try to make my first workshop over there. I do want to focus on Texas, but I've been in Texas. I want to go to LA. It's better weather. LA Comic Con in July. What? Really? it's probably already sold out. For those of you guys who don't know, I really want to go to a Comic Con because San Diego Comic Con. Oh, dang it! Yeah, I knew it sold out. I really want to meet Game of Thrones characters, actors. I'm actually going to New York Comic Con in October, which is going to be 2 weeks before PhotoPlus, and I'm looking forward to that. So, yeah, Deadpool. Everybody cosplays as Deadpool. Let's see, SATX. That's San Antonio. Yeah,
Ah.
San Antonio Photo Walk. I might do that.
That was real easy.
Yeah,
I
and
liked
and
it.
it's honestly like it's just 4 hours north of where I live, so that would be pretty fun. I would want to do that, and it was actually an awesome experience because when we were there, I was kind of thinking in my head, okay, I hope we don't get in trouble, and then there was a guard that saw us shooting on a little bit of a bridge, and he just thought he wanted to help us divert traffic away from our shoot, so that was pretty cool. So let's see. Any info regarding new Sigma FE lenses? I don't have any insider information. I wish I did, and if I did, then I would probably say, oh, I can't tell you guys, stuff like that. But but I don't know anything right now, Let's see. Do you recommend the Flashpoint 360 manual or TTL? The thing about that is I actually recommend the TTL version because it has a built-in transceiver, and you're not limited by the certain powers you can go to. With the manual version, you can go from I think 1/8 and above, and you'd have to physically you'd have to enable and disable high speed sync. With the TTL version, it auto enables and disables high speed sync, and you can shoot at any power with high speed sync. So depends on what you want. If the price difference really like if every dollar counts, then I would say the manual version. But if you can afford the TTL version, go for the TTL. But there's also the Evolve. That's the good option as well. And I've been really liking the Evolve because I was one of those guys that just didn't like the cable on the streak light. So I love like wireless. So that's an option in case that's something you want. I think my cat fell asleep. Yeah, he fell asleep. Yeah, he fell asleep on my lap. Okay. All right, you get him. All right. Let's see. Where is it? Manny, where's your YouTube channel? Is he in here? I don't think so. Maybe my brother. My brother is in here. His name's Manuel. Let's see. Any suggestions for light modifiers around 24 inches to 38 inches? Definitely recommend the Glow ParaPop, but I know it's a little bit expensive, but it's really worth it. But if it's not in your budget, then I would definitely recommend the Photodiox Easy Pro 36 inch. Yeah, that's around like I think $60 to $80, and it's also foldable. So yeah, really quick to set up. I see you. My personal example, and yes, Pat won my back. I've been a mentor to a young high school photographer. He uses Canon 5 Ti with kit lenses. I missed a question there. But yeah, he's not really good. I talked to his mother, and he will be getting better glass. My advice, influence young photographers, is good karma. Yeah, I mean, I think for the most part, I have been influencing people in a good direction. I never want to mislead someone and make their photographic journey longer than it needs to be. For those of you guys who don't know, I started photography. I started it around like earlier than 2011, but that was me on auto mode with my Nikon D60. But I like to say that I started around 2011, the end of 2011, beginning of 2012, just because I was in college, and I got my Nikon 60D or my Canon 60D for video purposes because I needed to do some video projects, but I didn't get to do it to start like aiming towards the style of photography that I really liked. So I like to say that I started in the beginning of 2012 because that's when I started to figure out what I needed to do. So I bought some lights at the end of 2011, but it wasn't until 2014 when I graduated that I was able to focus on what I really liked. And the only reason why I'm bringing up, when I started and stuff like that, is just because it was way too long, way too long for me. And I had so many nights of frustration, thinking, why am I not as good as I want to be? So it was a horrible experience for myself, the long, slow journey that I had. So it made me want to help other people go and develop their photography and their skills a lot faster. So yeah, I definitely don't want people to go through what I experienced, which was a long and slow process of learning photography. So yeah, hopefully I've helped people. I know for a fact that I have helped a couple people with their photo businesses, and I'm really happy for that because, good photography helps everyone, helps yourself, and helps the client. So, which creative style setting do you use on your Sony A7R II? Well, I shoot RAW, so the setting doesn't really matter. But I think I have everything on standard, with the exception of the contrast. I always have the contrast low, just so I can get a better representation of what the RAW file is going to look like. Sorry, I ate before I went live, which I should have done. So I'm like burping.
You look so funny.
Oh, is it?
So chill.
He's just there. Do you know anything about the Policy Buff Digibee? I know a little bit about it. I actually made a post in the Strobist Facebook group when it came out, just to see what everybody's thoughts were on that. And personally, I was really disappointed in the fact that it didn't have high speed sync. But the main thing from what I can tell that was about the light was that it was smaller. Like, it was just smaller, and something else. But my thoughts were that it wasn't anything groundbreaking. It was an upgrade, but it wasn't something that I was looking forward to myself, because I love high speed sync. So lights with high speed sync is overrated. Yeah. I got you on your typo there. High speed sync is overrated, but that's one opinion. But I honestly freaking love high speed sync. So
To each their own.
yeah, to each their own. Yeah, see, now you got it right, Chris. Okay, but yeah, I love high speed sync just because I don't like dealing with ND filters. I used ND filters before I shot high speed sync, and I didn't like the fact that I couldn't see. I love that. Like I said before, with the A9 and the no blackout feature, I like to see my subject's expression as I'm taking the shot. So when you have ND filters, it kind of just impedes that process, that connection. So I love high speed sync for that, and it's just easier too. I know at PhotoPlus last year, wow, feels like it just happened. When I was shooting at PhotoPlus last year, I assisted Joe Grimes. I was really happy that I actually got to meet him and assist him. He used ND filters, and he had this like a magnetic filter thing attached to the filter, which made it really quick to switch back and forth from having them on and off and to switch to different ND filters, like different darkness. So that was pretty cool. And I think if I shot with ND filters, I probably would use that, just because I was using like screw-on ones, and I didn't like that. I like the quickness. So how old are you? I just turned 26. So yeah, I feel old, but I feel old with the number, but I don't feel young inside. I feel young inside. That's what I meant to say. I guess I have like the mind of an old man, because I say things wrong. Hi Francisco, I have one question. Do you think a photo is a pretty photo, or the model in the photo is pretty? That's a good question. I know I'd get a little bit of a flack for shooting like a lot of pretty models, but a good photo is going to be a good photo no matter what the subject. I've seen amazing photos of, there's a photographer I wish I remembered the name of, but I saw photos that he took not too long ago of like homeless people or old women, old men, and the photos looked amazing. Like, I loved the photos. I'll probably like link to that guy's page on Facebook when I remember. After the video is already, after the live video is already over. But yeah, a good photo is gonna be a good photo. One of my best one of my personal favorite photos is of my girlfriend's grandpa, who passed away this not too long ago, like 2 months ago, not too long ago. He passed away, but that was actually I think the photo that made me realize, what I wanted to shoot, how I wanted to shoot. I wish I could show you guys the photo, but yeah, are you gonna look for it? Yeah, that was the photo that made me realize what I like to shoot, because the way of the lighting was and the background, how it looked like, and I shot it with the Alien B 800, I think at a low power too, which was like, I don't know, 1/16 maybe 1/32, with a small softbox, a newer softbox. I think it was like 1 foot by 1 foot, no, or maybe 2 feet by 2 feet. But yeah, that photo was not even of a pretty model, and it made me realize what I want to shoot and how I like to shoot. So yeah, a good photo is gonna be a good photo no matter what subject. Yeah, I've seen pretty bad photos of really good, like attractive models, like top models, but with bad lighting, it's not gonna be a good photo. So yeah, I love lighting. So if I ever comment on any of you guys' photos, like, oh, I love the lighting, and I don't say anything else other than that what I mean is that I love the photo, but the lighting is just awesome. Like like lighting is something I look at like the first thing. Yeah, I love lighting. So any good recommendations to grow business blogging? Depends on what you're shooting, because if you and what your business model is. I'm not the best at business. I would highly recommend watching Sue Bryce's videos, but I would say like definitely network. I think I've asked that question before, and a good friend of mine, Michael Pohl, he lives in Antioch, California. He recommends, and a lot of other people recommend joining your local chamber of commerce. So that should help with business. So yeah, do that. I'm from Pakistan and I really like your work, bro. Thank you, Zishan. Oh, she got the photo, but I don't know if you guys can see it, if it's exposed well, but it's her grandpa, and he's looking to the side. Yeah, but he's looking off to the side, and it really, that photo was taken a long time ago. I don't even know, 2014, maybe 2014. But yeah, that photo was really important to me, to my photography. What other Canon DSLR did you use besides the 6D and the 60D? The Canon 60D was my first DSLR from Canon, so I know it's not. I haven't used so many models. All the cameras that I've used were the Nikon D60, the Canon 60D, the Canon 6D, and then I went to mirrorless with the A6500 and then the A7R2. So. Oh, he's not sleeping. He's knocked out.
He's not.
Okay. I own one, love it. Haha. Just wanted to see if anyone has an opinion of it. Okay, yeah. Like if you love the Digibee, go for it. Don't let anybody tell you different. I don't ever want to kind of like force my opinion on anybody. Like I shoot how I shoot because that's how I like it, and that's why I shoot with that style or with that gear. But if you guys have gear that you love, use it. I don't ever want to force my opinion on anybody. That topic was brought up in my group not too long ago, and yeah, like that's pretty much what I said. Shoot how you want. Don't let anybody else tell you different. That's something that's, why would you want to shoot with the style or gear that you don't love just to make other people happy? Shoot how you want to. Make yourself happy. That sounds weird.
Yourself and your clients.
Make yourself and your clients happy. There you go. Let's see. I don't know if it's me, but when I connect my 85 1.2 to the Sony A7R2 with the MC11 adapter, the photos are not as crisp in natural light. I'm thinking it's because it's an old lens. Your thoughts? You're talking about the Canon 85 1.2? I used that lens on my Canon 6D, and it wasn't as sharp. No, it wasn't really sharp. So I think that's characteristic of the lens. But my opinion on that lens is it's not a good lens for the money, especially for the money. Uh, it has a lot of chromatic aberration. It back focuses a lot. It slowly focuses, and that's because I used it in good light before. So I would not. That's just my personal opinion on the lens. I used it a couple times. My friend Vanessa, who I did the video with, the natural light versus off camera flash video, she has that lens, and I used it with her when I second shot for her some weddings. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that lens, and that's because I shot it on the Canon system and not on the Sony system. Yeah, light is light, guys. You know, good light is good light. Natural light, you know, whether that be natural light or off-camera flash. So yeah, I've seen some really awesome photos with natural light and some really bad photos with off-camera flash, and I've seen the opposite. You know, really awesome photos with off-camera flash and really bad photos with natural light. So it highly depends on the person who's shooting. So, let's see. I'm getting a little frustrated with my progress for sure. Well, I definitely want you to keep at it. You know, practice, practice, practice. Me myself, one of the biggest mistakes that I made when I was starting is that I would read these photo descriptions or see these diagrams and see these blog posts and videos and just sit there and not do anything with that knowledge. I didn't go and shoot. You know, practice is the best thing in my opinion. So go out there and practice, see what works for you, what you like, because even with my videos, in my opinion, it's going to be things that I like. And, you know, you might find that you like a completely different style, and you'll never know unless you actively go out there and practice and shoot how, you know, experiment. So you might create a style that nobody's ever done before, which is, you know, going to be awesome. So, yeah. So keep it up and practice.
Don't give up. Persevere.
Yeah, don't give up. Don't give up. Never give up, never surrender. I think that's in a movie. Where do you find your models you photograph? That's a good question, and I'm glad you brought it up because I get asked that quite often. And I was thinking of devoting a video on its own to that question. But the first thing that I did was I shot my sister. I took photos of my sister and friends and family, just to kind of develop any sort of portfolio. But later on, when my photos started to get a little bit good, I guess some models and some local agencies kind of picked up on that. You know, that maybe I could make their models look good. And one thing that I did was join local Facebook groups and see, you know, what models in there might want to work with me. And well, I've shot my sister. I photographed my sister. That's what I meant to say. But yeah, join local Facebook groups. I think Facebook and even Instagram is good for networking with other people who might be in your area that might want to work with you. But me, I personally use Facebook and joined local Facebook groups and just did model calls saying, you know, and anybody wants to work with me and stuff like that. It helps just to kind of be extremely professional and less creepy to have somebody join you. For example, my girlfriend joined me on sessions before, and just for the fact that some people don't, just to be safe, they don't want to work with photographers one-on-one. So yeah, I would recommend putting model calls and saying that you're going to work in a very public space like a park, for example, and that your sister or your mother, no, not your mother, your sister or somebody else, a friend that's a girl, is going to help you. And you know, it just brings some ease to the model, just because the world we live in today is just kind of like, you know, it's just better to have people there. So yeah. Oh yeah, so I basically just asked other models. Actually, one of my favorite sessions ever, I put a model call in a group and the model liked it and didn't comment. So I saw that she liked it, and I messaged her saying, you know, would you want to do a session sometime, and you know, let's set it up, you know, if you're down. And then that ended up being my first real session, I guess, to me. And that was with Clarissa, who, if you guys have seen some of my videos before, I've shot her. You know, I took photos of her. I wasn't gonna say shot. I didn't want to say shot, but I took photos of her before for my videos. So Clarissa was probably my real first model. She was agency represented at the time. So, yeah, I knew it was from Galaxy Quest. Never give up, never surrender. Let's see. I have the Evolve 200 and my bare bulb was working fine the first 10 minutes and it went out. Now it's not working. Any suggestions? Definitely contact Adorama. That's the reason why I recommend ordering from Adorama, because they're really good with stuff like that. If your bulb or something messes up, I've known people that message them that and they just send a bulb like for free, even though it costs like $50. So yeah, definitely contact them, see what's going on, and they'll get that sorted out for you. What?
Good customer service.
Yeah, very good customer service. Customer service. I watched your every single video. Why don't you make it every single day? Why do we have to wait so long to watch a video? Please make one on a daily basis. I would love to do that. I really would. It's just that sometimes the weather doesn't cooperate. Sometimes the model flakes out, which fortunately for me, I haven't experienced a lot. I can say that I've only experienced that twice, and both times sucked because I was really looking forward to the session. So yeah, if I had a model willing every day in really good weather, then I would definitely try to put a video every single day. But yeah, I am getting kind of lazy when it comes to my videos, so I'll do my best to put them out more frequently. So yeah, where should I start with photography? That's a good question. I would start with natural light. That's one thing. That's one big mistake that I made, which I think that others should not make that same mistake. Is because one thing I did was I didn't understand natural light to the point where I should have before I moved on to the next step, which was off-camera flash.
A lot of
and
equipment.
I bought a big Alien B kit. So don't do what I do. But get a cheap camera. Learn it inside out and learn how light falls, and then from there see if that's something that you like. I know that editing plays a huge role in people's photos nowadays, so yeah, I would say to get the best straight out of camera shot and see if some sort of editing can help you out with that. So yeah, get a cheap camera and learn how natural light falls. Let's see. Okay. Have you ever experienced a photography block? If so, what are your tips on handling it and getting over it? I've been in one for 7 months now. Dang, Pat. Just pick it up. Just pick up a camera. Go and do street photography, do landscape photography, do something.
Take pictures of
because take pictures of anything. Like, I know when I started, I was really in love with photography, and I was just taking pictures of clothespins, taking pictures of grass. Literally grass. I think there's a photo on my DeviantArt account. I'm not gonna link to that, but there's a photo on my DeviantArt account of a long exposure of a watch that I had. No, a phone. Yeah.
That's my first one.
Yeah. Oh, okay, no. But yeah. Yeah. Definitely just pick up the camera and shoot something. Process something. Get the ball rolling. In other words, get the snowball rolling to an avalanche. That sounds weird, but yeah, just pick up the camera and shoot something. If you have, I know, Pat, I know you have a friend. Oh wait, she doesn't live next to you though. But you have a friend. Yeah, never mind. Find a friend or a relative to take photos of and just do a session. So, yeah. What is the heck with photographers using DeviantArt? Forget that I said DeviantArt, but yeah, I have a bunch of embarrassing pictures on there. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Where did it happen? I'm going through the questions. Sorry about that. How did you learn to pose your models when you first started out? Why are you laughing?
Because it was hard.
Yeah, it was super hard for me, and it still is kind of hard and challenging for myself right now, because for me right now, which I hope you guys don't realize this pattern, but I kind of love certain poses. One specific pose I really like is putting the model's hand in the back of the neck and angling having them angle their chin to the direction of the light. But Pinterest, honestly, Pinterest, and even Sue Bryce. Yeah, Sue Bryce is amazing. I honestly,
she is so
she's
amazing.
She watched her at PhotoPlus for just like about 15 minutes, but it was just an amazing experience. And she's not a photographer, but she really loved Sue Bryce. Sue Bryce is amazing.
She's so humble.
She's she's
nice.
awesome. We were fortunate enough to meet her at
like 2 times.
like two or yeah, two. Oh yeah, because at Imaging USA and then at PhotoPlus. But yeah, it's really awesome. But honestly, just look at magazines, look at other photos. I know people, depending on the person, some people will be like, oh, I saw this photo and I was inspired to take the photo as well, like the same kind of pose. And some people will get offended by that. Me, not at all. It's hard to be original nowadays. Every single pose, every single anything has been done. So if you see a pose you like and you feel inspired by it, go ahead and use that pose. More than likely, the person that I've experienced this myself, where I asked somebody, I love that pose. Do you mind if I use that pose in a shoot that I'm going to be doing? And they're like, yeah, I don't mind at all. Why would I mind? And I copied that pose from somebody else, and that's just how it is. Magazines, stuff, everything. So, so yeah, I'm sorry, but like, just use Pinterest, use magazine, try to come up with a different type of a pose yourself. I've seen some poses from other photographers, like a photographer I follow by the name of Kyle Kong. He's an amazing photographer. He has some very elegant poses, and that I didn't copy those poses, but it made me, because he had some poses that were just like very with their hand.
Flowy.
Yeah, very flowy, and I was like, that's really great. So
that's very flowy.
So I kind of wanted to I experimented that with the next session that I had, where having the model kind of just move her wrist and stuff like that, and try to find a good pose that worked. That I think that worked. So yeah, I think. Oh my gosh, we're almost an hour now.
It's okay. Keep
Yeah.
going.
Don't. You found my DeviantArt account. Oh my gosh. All right. We're gonna skip. Act like that didn't happen. Would you do a studio photography session? I actually have. I did one of a model. I don't think I recorded that one, but yeah, I do stuff that isn't. Yeah, time flies when you're living. Yeah. Yeah, I would do a studio photography session because it's something that I don't do often. So I would love the challenge, just because I love outside. So yeah, what camera should I get to photograph moon and stars? That's a.
Ooh. What's that guy's name?
Who?
The one that did like the Alaska guy.
Oh, Sean Kurdziolek, I think his name is, yeah. But yeah, the thing is, when you want to shoot moon and stars and stuff like that, you have to watch out for air pollution. So yeah, I was in the house and then I left for a call, but now I'm back. Well, we're glad to have you back, Jason. But yeah, I'm not the best with astrophotography, but I know it heavily depends on the time and the location. So it would depend on where you live. Yeah, Kyle Kong, awesome guy. I think he's based in Canada. I would like to see your girlfriend as a model and also say something to your followers. I think she does a great job. She is awesome, but we need, give this video a like and stuff like that, and maybe she'll do a
Comment to see more.
Comment to see more. Nah, she's making fun of my outros in my videos, but yeah, like the video, and let's see. If we can reach 1,000 likes, then we'll do one tomorrow. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, depending on her schedule, I'm pretty sure she's free. Let's see. Why hasn't Joey gotten Ashley a session with Sue Bryce for a gift yet? She's probably really expensive. So I mean, I'm trying to afford an A9 here, so I'll save up for some trips like PhotoPlus. So. Yeah, so I got my priorities in those areas there. Please tell me how to pick moons and stars. I like how humble you are and how you recommend other photographers as inspiration. Yeah, I do want to, because some photographers out there, they're very secretive, and that's one thing that I found very odd when I started. That a lot of photographers never wanted to say who inspired them and stuff like that. But I like to be completely out there and open and honest, just because lying's too much work. So I don't want to, if I'm honest, then I can revert back to the honest facts. When I started, 3 photographers that I highly recommend and still look up to this day are what heavily inspired my own work. and their names are James Oliver Connolly. James Oliver Connolly. I think he's in London area. Another photographer by the name of Bartosz Branka. That's BartosZBranka. Amazing photographer, also based in
I don't know, but it's
London, I think. And hey, $5. Thanks for all the off-camera flash info. Woo, thanks, Jason. Ooh, if anybody else wants to donate, go for it. But James Oliver Connolly, Bartosz Branka, and Alexander Steger Art. Those three photographers are my main sources.
Inspiration?
My main inspiration. That they heavily influenced my own style. But their styles kind of evolved a little bit as well. So I guess it's fair to say that we have our own different styles. So, but yeah, those three guys are the guys that I looked up to for a while. So, you missed $1 million question, bro. How do you? Oh wow! Thank you, Michael Maestro. Was it Pierce? Thank you so much. If anybody wants to top that one, go for it.
We're gonna have to make a video now.
Yeah, I can't beat anybody from Jason because what is it? $100? Somebody gave him $100.
I think it was Hong Kong.
Oh, but it was Hong Kong money.
Like $12.
So, oh yeah. So yeah. Let's see. Only 29 likes. Come to Austin. I know I missed a question. Somebody just said something about $1 million.
There we go.
No, somebody put $1 million question. I have the AD200 and using it with my Sony A6000. How often do you use TTL at all? I'm finding myself using manual mode all the time. What are your? Yeah, definitely shoot manual. Like especially if you're learning, definitely shoot manual. Some people recommend TTL and swear by it, but there's only some reasons that I recommend TTL. And that's with the AD200 because you can't get it in manual, and the Streaklight TTL because it has the transceiver built in, and you can use it has auto high-speed sync disable mode, as well as you can use the power on any power output. So yeah, so and plus the price difference between the AD600, the Explorer TTL and non-TTL is kind of too big, so I only recommend it when it's on sale. You missed $1 million question, bro. How do you manage to get sharp images with Canon 6D using off-camera flash at bright sunny day, wide open aperture? And not a lot of people know this, but I started shooting high-speed sync because I have shaky hands. And wow, it's not shaky right now, but I mean, I don't know if it's because I'm talking, but I usually have shaky hands. And yeah, so I started shooting high-speed sync because of my shaky hands, and because whenever I would like take the shot, I would kind of move a little bit, move to the side, jut a little bit. So high-speed sync kind of helped me so much. That's one reason why I highly recommend high-speed sync for those of you who might have shaky hands. ND filters are gonna, they're useful. They have their places, but for people like myself, which shaky hands again, high-speed sync was really helpful. So.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, high speed. There's a couple of things that will help with sharpness. The lens quality, using flash kind of helps in that by creating a little bit of contrast, which tricks the mind into thinking that there's extra sharpness there, and lens, light, and even a little bit of extra sharpening in Lightroom or Photoshop. I actually use both. I use a little bit of sharpening in Lightroom, and then in Photoshop, I use the high-pass filter method to selectively sharpen areas. Super Chat is a YouTuber's best friend. That's awesome. I'm.
Oh my God, Pat's like a stalker.
I've only got. What should I be doing with this? Okay, thank you for Jason and Michael for donating so much. Let's see.
Oh, Valenzuela.
Roberto? He's not in here.
No. He's saying that he's amazing.
Oh, Fernando Valenzuela is amazing on how to pose. I think you mean Roberto Valenzuela. Yeah, but he is amazing. He has a picture perfect posing, picture perfect
Picture
lighting, and picture perfect something else that I'm forgetting. But yeah. What the heck did he just? He just like
He
woke,
did.
our cat just woke up or something out of nowhere. Yes, she is very photogenic. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Okay. More likes if you come to Cali again. Yeah, I really want to go. I really want to go. My favorite pic from your DA, my deviant art, is the one of Ashley with the fairy light on front of her. Yeah, don't bother looking into that. Thanks for the tips on posing, man. I'll definitely remember to take mental notes whenever I see a pose that I like. Last question for me: how do you approach any shy subjects and clients? That's a very good question. I actually, I say actually way too many times, but I had a client not too long ago, where she was very shy, and just talking to her about different subjects. It's kind of like throwing a couple of different subjects.
Icebreaker.
Yeah, you try. Well, me personally, I kind of threw a little bit of icebreakers, different subjects, and see which one they respond well to, and then kind of just go more in depth on that topic, and that helped a lot. So. But kind of keep it casual and cool. You don't want to be like super overbearing. I know myself. I used to be a very shy
Person.
I was gonna say photographer, but very shy person, completely shy, and I still am a little bit shy today. Even though photography has helped me get out of that. Yeah, but I would respond well to people who are just more calm and collected. Overbearing people who are very loud and stuff like that. It kind of was like, oh gosh, stop talking to me. So, just keep it cool. Find some icebreakers out there and just keep it fun. Yeah, I have the 8200 using it with my. I think oh my bad, I already answered that question. So, yeah, TTL TTL for events, like Chris Cheek said, TTL for events. But stick to manual any place else. I'm like way too. Is it an hour and 7 minutes now?
It's okay. Keep going.
Oh my gosh, sorry. I don't want to bore anybody here. But yeah, if you have any questions, throw them out there. You know, I want to keep this informative. So funds for the 89. Yes. Oh my gosh, I want that camera so bad. Who would you get to shoot your wedding? Okay, another photographer that heavily inspired my own work is a photographer in South Africa by the name of Et Venter. ETT space VENTER. Definitely recommend looking him up. He's an amazing photographer. His wedding photography has a bit of off-camera flash to it, but also photojournalistic vibe, hardcore to it. And I really love that. Very candid shots. Amazing photographer. So yeah, I would love to meet him and learn from him, and I'd love for him to shoot my wedding. It's like so badly. Yeah.
Are you Asian?
I'm from Singapore. Are you Asian? I'm not Asian, but I just look it. So somebody in my ancestors just fooled around or something. So yeah, that's why I have these small eyes. Any plans to come to Houston? I do want to hit Texas cities. I don't know if I can talk about. No, yeah. I might do something with Scott Robert Lim in Austin. Oh no, Austin. It was gonna be Houston, but it's gonna be Austin now. But that's being talked about, so it might happen. You know, who knows? If you guys express a lot of interest to photograph there in Houston, Austin area, let me know. Yeah, we can set something up. Talk a little bit about the collective and how you got on it. Oh wow, Elliot. $5 for Ashley's Surprise Fund, $5 for videos and advice, and $1 for my competitiveness. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Sorry. That's a good reason. Competitiveness. My bad. I'm trying to. The collective guys. I think the collective is just something that I was tapped on the shoulder to be part of because to be completely honest, it's a little bit of the numbers. I think, in my opinion, I have a little bit of following on Facebook, not so much on Instagram. Right now, I'm about 9,000 something, but yeah, like me on Instagram or follow me on Instagram. Make that number go a little higher. I think I'm like around 9,220 something, but I think the following and the engagement that I had on Facebook contributed to the fact that that I was chosen to be a Sony collective. It's an application process, so not everybody can get in. But I honestly wish I could tell you what they look for. So yeah, but oh my gosh, is that real? That's not real. $50? I'm sorry, but like what? Damn. I mean,
Now we're really
damn.
gonna have to do a lot more videos.
I might have to get the A9 soon then. Jesus, wow. I mean, that's not Hong Kong money, is it? Hey, that one camera guy, he's awesome. He's to be completely frank about the A9 issue, I'm glad that he made the video and it's getting a lot of attention, because if that issue is real, then he shine some light to it, so then it can get
for Sony to
fixed.
Get fixed.
Yeah, I mean, it helps to shine light to certain things so that it can be fixed, and if it's an isolated incident, then we'll see. But yeah, hey that one camera guy. But oh my gosh, I'm kind of just going crazy over the $50. If that's real, that's not Hong Kong money, is it? But it should tell me, right? Oh my gosh. But yeah, how was your experience with Joe Grimes? He's awesome.
He's so nice.
He's really awesome.
He's so humble and he's funny. I wish he was like my dad.
Yeah, he was just there like he did a little bit of like a little. He talked to the camera for a second in one of my vlogs from imaging, and he was just there. He made a joke, something about like.
He made a dad joke.
He made a dad joke, but he was really cool, really awesome guy. He's like and like I'm not making fun of him, but he feels very like an old guy. Like he's like, oh man, trying to think of stuff. And he's like, oh yeah.
But it makes you feel like if you know, they're human too. Right?
Yeah, I look up to that guy hardcore. He's an amazing photographer, and I love some of the speeches that he's done before. I know some quotes in my head from him. Awesome guy. But yeah, really really cool, humble guy. Vivian says hi, and she wants to meet Ashley one day.
Hi. Hi. Yes, we have to.
I always see you in videos, Vivian. So
yes. Keep getting mad at Jason.
Yeah, keep getting mad at Jason. But yeah, where's the link to donate? I think somebody answered that. Jason Vong. So it's YouTubers. Yeah, it's a little bit of a YouTubers thing in here. Got Jason, got Danny, that one camera guy. But yeah, Super Chat is YouTuber's best friend. Okay, so I think it's like getting way too long now. It's an hour 12. Okay, we'll stop like at I don't know until my phone dies. Nah, just kidding. We'll stop when you guys tell me to stop. Nah, no, that'll take forever. But yes, Roberto, I don't know what I was thinking. My apologies. Yeah. Go talk on Jason and Danny's live chat on Monday. I do want to do that. So I mean, I have good internet too. So because I know Manny's internet was a little bad. So hopefully, well, if my internet starts being funky, then you guys will see me in like 8-bit. So, well, you guys will see me in low quality, which is good because then you guys won't see some of my flaws. So, yeah, because if it was 4K streaming and it was really good, then you guys would see all this. So, but yeah, I do want to join Jason and Danny on their chat if they want to have me. Then I would be honored to be on that. Right below the chat. Stop the live when you get enough money for A9. Right, yeah, I have this like Manfrotto little stand thing. So yeah, I'll put it there and I'll go to sleep and I'll wake up tomorrow and you guys will see all that. So, and then I'll wake up to enough funds for the A9. Yeah, but if you guys haven't checked out Jason Bong's channel, definitely check it out. Awesome video content. And Danny's channel as well. That one camera guy. He speaks a lot more eloquently and more clear than me. So if you guys are a little bit annoyed by my speech, how I talk, then definitely check out Danny's videos because he speaks so clearly. I'm jealous of how he speaks. Very very radio friendly. So yeah, I can see your chat. I know you. You're from Instagram, I think.
God.
No. Yes.
Pat.
What do you say, Ashley? How do you handle Joey's gas?
I pay the bills first.
Yeah, she pays the bills first. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's no money
Yeah.
for the month, and
Nope.
then we wait for the next
Yeah.
one.
It's just my mic. Bull. Danny has that radio voice. He really has it.
That radio
I think when I barely discovered Danny's videos, I think one of the first, I think I tried to say it as clearly as he did. I was like, that one camera guy. I can't. I can't do it. He just speaks. He just flows like so well. But yeah, you need to do some podcasts. You got that voice. He paid extra for that mic.
Oh.
The videos that I have seen from you, not all, but you always use double diffusion. Why? Alex Rubio, good question. I just love soft light. I honestly do. I do have some videos planned later in the future where I'm going to use nothing but harsh light to show you guys what I can create with it and the different styles that you can make with that. Because, but yeah, I just love I know for the most part you guys know that I shoot females, and soft lighting on them looks really good. And yeah, I really love the look of soft light. It's one of the things that I noticed first with when I saw photography with soft lighting. I was like, that's awesome. I want that. And I just took it to the next level and used big octoboxes, double diffuse, real close, sometimes like this close. So yeah, I loved that. But yeah, where are you from? Really from? I was born in Michigan. So if you guys, maybe I'll eventually do one of those Ancestry.com things, or have them do a swab test on me and see what, what's good, YouTube? It's that. Yeah. Let me see if I can do it. What's good, YouTube? It's that one camera guy back at it again with another video. I can't do it. I don't know if you started doing that after the Damn Daniel videos or before, but yeah. Have you used digital medium format? I love my Pentax 645D and Phase 1 645DF with I haven't used medium format, but I so badly I want to try it out. And I'm kind of scared because then what if I really love it? Yeah, but gosh, I think every shot that I've seen with the Pentax 645D, I don't know, 645D, I'm going to say that. I really love the quality, the dynamic range, and all that. So, yeah. What's up, Robert Sanchez? What's up with the emojis?
You don't see them?
Oh, like, when am I going to marry you? Or was it?
Thinking.
When am I going to pop the question? Let me see. Ashley and Vivi should be in a reality show called My Life as a Photographer's Money, but I mean girlfriend.
Right?
Oh my gosh. You need to get some of your YouTuber friends and do a number of photographers shoot the same model, Jessica Kobayashi, Irene Ruby style with flash. Yeah, I definitely want. Actually, another YouTuber by the name of Robert Hall Photography. If you look him up, he actually suggested that to me and Manny Ortiz for WPPI, like back in January, and then I think like a week later is when Jessica Kobayashi, I hope I'm saying her name, and Irene and Ruby did their video, and he was like, "Dang it, they read my mind," because we planned to do that. So then when they came up, that it was kind of like a bit of a bummer because we didn't want to seem like we're copying, because we were gonna do it like the next week. So yeah, but that's definitely something awesome, because they did natural light, and it would flash is completely different. You can create some really crazy different styles with flash. So I definitely do want to do that maybe one day, but who knows when. So. An hour and 18 minutes now. Jeez. I'll stop like an hour and a half. Let's see.
They're fighting.
Vivian is my sugar mama.
I feel you.
Let's see. Does the Evolve 200 have enough strength with wide enough light to shoot a couple? If so, how large of a modifier should I use? Yeah, I would say yes. But it depends on the conditions and for any question that's similar to that, I would say it heavily depends on the conditions that you're in and how you're modifying the light. Like, distance and diffusion matters heavily. If you plan to have it like 10 feet away in a big octobox, then more than likely it's not going to be enough. But if you have it not too far away, like in a medium-sized octobox,
Or if you're just filling in shadows, then it's gonna be more than enough. Oh, my bad. There's more question another part of that question. If so, how large of a modifier? I wouldn't say anything for the Evolve 200. I wouldn't say anything bigger than 38 inches. I use mine with the ParaPop, the 38 inch ParaPop, and I use it specifically because when you use a bigger modifier, then it's kind of like gets lost in like that. It's not as direct, and you want to make sure that if you need the most power from that Evolve, that you use nothing too big, so and not too far. So I actually have a video with the Evolve, but it's you guys should check it out because the distance and the size of the modifier played a huge role in the fact that I was able to match the sun. So there's a cheap way to try medium format. It's called film. I have never tried film. I've never shot film in my life. But there's a reason for that. I had a crappy professor in high school or in college, and she just made me not want to try film ever. But I do want to try it one day. But it's kind of like she turned me off to trying it out, which is something that you definitely don't want to aim for your students to be like. So yeah, bad experience with film. But I love digital. I love this. I am definitely a tech guy. I love technology. I'm the guy that waits at the line for the iPhone. When I was in high school, my mom delivered a laptop to me because I was begging for her to, because it was like a new laptop, like a new type of laptop. The screen swiveled and everything, so
One of the first
yeah, it was like one of the first cool laptops like that. So I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, I can put the screen down and use it like a tablet, because it had a pencil. Yeah, Rob Hall is really awesome. The camera store in Austin is having a dealer expo thingy this Friday, Saturday. They may have Fuji guys there with the GFX. You could try out. It's a bit too far. Actually, I'm attending my nephew's birthday party this weekend, so kind of cuts into my plans. All the money you make from the show can help for the gas. Pay for the gas, but yeah. So if there's any extremely wealthy people out there, feel free to hit the donate button, so I can pay for an A9. So yeah. Did you meet Nick Didlick at the Sony shoot you were at? Yeah, to be completely honest, I met a couple people, but I didn't realize how grand they were until I asked them about their what they do. And oh my gosh, again, Jason Fong said give more. Oh my gosh, thank you, Michael. Yeah, more money towards the A9 right there. Jesus. I'm gonna donate a little bit to Danny's. Oh wait, I'll be on the. I'll have her donate.
I'll donate
to them. So yeah. But Jason probably meant to him. Oh my gosh. Oh Jesus. What was I gonna say? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I did meet a couple of people that I didn't know them by name, until I met them there at the Kendo experience, and because of the people that I realized I didn't get to meet there, I'm hoping for another Sony event so I can introduce myself. Just because, like I said, it's just as much as I love to be an outgoing guy. Sometimes I still have that little bit of shyness in me, and it's kind of hard to talk to new people. So yeah, but I'm gonna kick myself in the butt to talk to every single buddy at the next event that happens. So yeah, because there's a lot of amazing people that I didn't get to meet, but some of the really awesome people that I did get to meet was Mick Anthony. He's a Sony collective. Ben Moon. He's an amazing photographer and filmmaker. He's a Sony artisan, and there's just a lot of other people too. A lot of artisans as well. I got to meet Patrick Murphy Racy, Paul Giraud. Oh my gosh, the names escape me. Brian Smith. Just a lot of amazing people, but I wish I met more. So I think for the most part, a lot of people who attended wish that it lasted at least one more extra day, just so you can really meet as much people as you can. Heck yeah, Francisco always spends a lot of time helping people well deserved. Thank you so much. Let me help some more by answering some of these questions. Let's see. What is the difference between single diffusion and double diffusion? Couldn't achieve the same result by adjusting aperture and or shutter speed? No. The difference is honestly the quality of light. The double diffusion is going to be a stop lower than if you use single diffusion, because it diffuses the light so make it extra soft. So yeah, I think I might it's a good idea for a video, because I do get asked that pretty frequently. So you have a question, ask away. Did you end up getting the rolling cart?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I did get the rolling cart, but I didn't get to use it yet. My friends also got one, so.
Because we kept forgetting it.
Wait, is my? I think they got a troll, so ignored. I need a moderator. I know. I need to talk to you, Jason, about how to do this live stream stuff, because I'm using my phone because I couldn't figure out how to do it on the dang laptop. So, yeah. Please make more natural light versus flash videos. They are great. I do want to do some, like in different conditions, like a cloudy day. FJH new video. Joey tries film. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Let's see. Film in our day and age isn't necessary, but man, is it fun. I have no experience with that. I can't. So, let's see. Heck, yeah, let's see. Time is money? Yeah. Let's see. There you go. Have you used the Jupiter on the A7R II yet? Oh yeah, that's true. I only used it on the A6500. No, I have not. I should try that. I might try that. Thank you for the suggestion. Yeah. So, let's see. Oh, is it a competition? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I think I'm caught up now. So yeah. Oh wait, never mind. Do you use like Profoto gear? The thing is, good night, Edgar. But gosh, it's almost midnight here.
Good night, Edgar.
Dang. So, yeah, I think I'll stop it at the hour and a half mark, which is crazy. Is this another? What the heck?
He's not Asian.
I'm not Asian, but thank you. I guess they look pretty young. So thank you so much. Yeah, but what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Profoto lights. I really regret not doing so, but I didn't want to make the situation more complicated. But at Kando, they had this awesome. Like again, if you have any questions about Kando, go ahead and ask them. I'll try to hit them. I'll try to answer them before the time runs out. But they had everything, like all Sony gear that you could want there for checkout. So I checked out the RX 105 for a second. I checked out the 85 G Master. I loved it. I checked out the 35 1.4 by Sony. I don't know if it's a G Master or not, but I used that for a quick second for video. I really liked it. And I tried the 70-200 2.8 G Master, and I liked that. That experience was not a good thing for me for my gas, because I really loved all the lenses, all the Sony native glass. But yeah. My point is that they had the Profoto lights there for checkout, and I should have took advantage of that. But at the fashion little setup that they had, I didn't want to complicate that. They had awesome lights set up there. I'm not a continuous light expert, but the production lighting people there said it was 18K lights. So
That's a lot.
No, I mean it's like the type of light.
Oh, that's a lot of type light.
Yeah, but yeah. So yeah, but I didn't want to complicate the setup and bring a Profoto Octabox and stuff there and do my own thing, or else I would have used that. But yeah, what's up?
The brown color.
No. Oh gosh, no! I'm gonna remove that video, my live video. Saludis? Is it saludos? Okay. I know you love your art lenses, but would you ever sell them for all the dim native FE lenses though? I would. You know, Sony native glass just works a little bit better, and that difference is. I love to have the best gear. Have you used Bronc Color 800L? If so, what do you think about it? I have not, but I do talk to another photographer by the name of Duke Pham, and he rents the Bronc Colors a lot, and he really likes them when he uses them. So, and I trust his opinion. So, I think they're pretty good lights. I wish they're expensive though. So for those of you who don't know, they're really expensive lights, and I try to go towards the cheap side of things, except for the camera and the lenses that I use. But yeah, because the lighting I use is not the most expensive out there. Oh yeah, Marcos said hi from Michoacan, but I wasn't sure if it was Michoacan. I suck at Spanish. Okay, I'm already past the hour and a half already.
Oh, yeah.
So Jason is selling his 85 1.4. Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw the title of the video, but I didn't get to check out the video. So
We will right now.
maybe I'll talk to him. But yeah,
Keep going.
keep going, keep going.
More questions.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, do you really recommend the Evolve 200? Yeah, I actually do. That's gonna be my favorite. Free shipping. That's gonna be my favorite. To Francisco. That's gonna be my favorite light to for portability and power, because again with the streak light I didn't like the cords, so yeah, can't go wrong with Jason Wrong. Exactly, yeah. So maybe the donation money will go towards the 85G Master. Maybe, who knows? What's in my everyday camera bag? I actually have two. You are cute. I love your videos. Thank you. I actually have two bags right now. But again, with Jason Vong's videos, he was really praising the Peak Design bags, and they look pretty stylish. So I was thinking maybe I'll get one. But for now, I have two bags that are really awesome. They're Tenba bags, and they open like doctor bags, which is.
The old one.
I'm gonna do a video on them. I just kind of wanted to get a little bit more use.
That?
Yeah, they open like from the top like that. They don't open like a backpack like.
Like the
like
olden
that.
days.
But yeah, Peak Design for the win. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I felt like a loser over there at Kando because there was like a couple of awesome collectives, and they all had. I have the picture. I'm using my phone. They had the Peak Design backpacks, and then they're like, "Oh, can you take a photo of us with our Peak Design backpacks?" I was like, "Sure," and I took the picture of them with their backpacks. But they look pretty cool. So I was like, man, I want to be part of the crew. But yeah, so I want a bag. They look good. And another Sony collective there by the name of Kenneth Hines, Professor Hines. He had a Peak Design bag, a messenger bag, I think, but I didn't know that you could open it from the side and the top. So when he opened it from the side and everything was there, it looked really nice and organized. So I was like, I didn't know that. I love the Ona bags. Yeah, I mean I gotta try some stuff at PhotoPlus and save some money for that, so I can get some stuff.
TGA.
Did you do the DJI Care Refresh? I did mine and was approved right away. I did not. I need to. I bent my my drone into the right, because mine was messed up, but then I fixed it. So then I was like, I don't need no insurance or no protection plan. But I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Mark my words. I need to do it early though, because I'm gonna see Wonder Woman at night. I think at 10 or 7, hopefully 10. Let's see. Peak Design Collective. Exactly. Do you know where it is? What?
Okay, no.
Oh, block, delete. Okay, there you go. Did you? I'm really tempted to get that.
That was probably
$100 bag.
A misspelled word.
I hope it wasn't, but that was. But anyway, moving on. I really tempted to get that bag under $100 you reviewed a while back. Oh yeah, I wish I could redo that video because a lot of people were telling me it's a little too dark. So, but yeah, it was a really nice bag. Yeah, but I give that bag to my brother because I have 2 other bags. Yeah, but I think he really enjoys it. Did that peak design photo involve Spencer Pablo? No, that did. Oh my gosh, I'm like, where's my phone? But I'm using it. It involved the Sony collective Juan Flores, but he goes by Johnny Flowers on Instagram. Guy Kawasaki. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know who he was before, but after the fact, I learned that he was a crazy awesome author of really successful business books, and he's an awesome guy. And dang it, two other collectives that the names escaped me. Spencer, because he's always huge on peak design. Yeah, I've seen that in his posts. Like when he posts like the peak design stuff, I was like, yeah, okay, looks really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really wanted to spend time shooting with Spencer, but I didn't get to. So if it was a day longer. But yeah. Would you recommend? What strobe would you recommend if you just want to balance the ambient light, not necessarily have a high speed scene look? I would say if you can afford it, the Evolve 200, the AD 200, just because it has the flexibility and power to be. I think he meant to say Nigel. Oh yeah, I mean I can't. We're live here, but it has the flexibility of being used in low light and like in pretty strong light, so that's a good light there. But if you don't need excessive power that it offers, then just a speed light, the Godox TT600, which is the manual R2 speed light by Adorama. So that's a good cheap light. I think it's like $65. So that one's a good light, starter light. I love the Think Tank Urban Approach 15. Manny has it too. Yeah, he used it at imaging. Yeah, he used that imaging and looked nice and sleek and compact. So yeah, I was like, that looks pretty cool. And it looked like a battery. Like he looked like it was charging him. Let's see. I think if you had a choice, what is a single camera body and single lens you would use for everyday, and why? Single camera body and single lens. Definitely the A7R2, because it has the file sizes are big, but then you can crop in if you need to. And the lens, I think I might have to say I want to say the Sony G Master 85, but I think I would probably go and say the Sony 50mm. Sony 50mm, just because if I need that extra reach, then I'd probably shoot JPEG and shoot cropability. Yeah, I'd probably shoot JPEG and use the clear image zoom to just get that little bit of extra reach in case I needed it. So I think that's what I would choose, like a 50mm by Sony and the A7R2. But for portraits, the 85 G Master. Explorer 600 versus 200. The Explorer 600, just because I firmly believe in more power. Like I believe in having more power and not needing it than having less power and needing more. So what I tend to recommend to people is get the Explorer and then get the AD200, which is the Evolve. So yeah, that order. Okay, it's like way too long, 1 hour and 40 minutes now. So I'm gonna end it. Keep going. Oh my gosh, no. Have you shot with the 85 1.8? I haven't, but when at the candle trip, I was shooting alongside people who were using it, and I was seeing their images, and it was really awesome. So, yeah, it's already $600, so I might even get that one, because 1.8 to 1.4, it is a difference, but is it that much of a difference? So, when did you start this YouTube channel, and when did it start taking off? That's a good question. I started it, I think, in September last year with my Octobox video. And I think from the very first video, it started to take off because it got featured in like DIY Photography featured it, then Petpixel, and I think somebody else featured it, but I can't remember. I don't think F-Stoppers.
Japanese company.
Yeah, I don't think F-Stoppers featured it. Their loss, but yeah, I think from that, just the educational content that I put out there, just because it's educational, people want to feature it to help other people. It just kind of, I don't have the fastest growth, but I have a growth that I really like because it feels more organic rather than a lot of people coming to me and then people leaving. I think I'm about to approach 15,000. So I'm like, yeah, good. But quick thing I learned from Jason today, check out Best Buy's open box. You might find some cool photo gear there. That's where
we got
he got his 85 1.8. Yeah, I think from the chips he's taken on the Instagram stories, I've seen him get some really good prices on open box stuff.
And then we see
Yeah.
Vivian
And
having a heart attack.
I'm thinking about Jason's video.
I'm praying for you, Vivian.
The one where you got the extra stabilizer, and she's and then she's like, "Wait, what? You got another thing?" Oh man, I watched it a couple times. But yeah, I have Best Buy's like very good. What's it called? Their reward zone program, but that was man. I'm about to watch that video again, Jason.
Let's see here.
Let's see. Keep going. You'll have so many donations. The A9 will be yours in no time. I wish. Perfect. Thanks for the advice. We're still on. It's for a reason. We value your input. Cool. Thank you so much. Alrighty. Let's see if we can get a little bit more likes. If you haven't liked the video, like it already. Please.
If you're breathing, give a like.
Yeah, if you're breathing. Yeah. Our kitty wants you to like the video. He wants you to like it. Okay. Good night. Thank you so much, Michael, for tuning in. And good night there. Just keep going. Only $4,404 till the A9. The A9 or certain someone's 85G master. You don't need to do 85s. Okay. Jason, nobody asked you. I know from his video. All right, I think I am going to take off now because it's been so long. And I don't think that I'm going to keep this video on for too long. Who knows? I'll let you guys decide on that. Some of us are fluent in other English or in other languages besides English. Do you know if the same rules apply to another language? What? I'm so confused. Have fun at Wonder Woman. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be awesome. I'm going to definitely stay to the end credits. Some of us are fluent in other languages besides English. Do you know if the same rules? I'm not sure what your question is, Alex, but any tips you will give for future vloggers? I think consistency is huge. I failed on that because at the beginning of the year, I wanted to make a video every day. So, and it only lasted like, I don't know,
3 days.
a couple of days. So it was hard. So, yeah. Because I know that Casey Neistat, he takes like, I think he said something about like a fast day is 4 hours of editing and a slow day is 7 hours of editing. And that's crazy. So, but that's dedication. So, okay. Thanks for the live feed. Thanks for the conversation. I appreciate you and your transparency. No problem. I'm an open book and I try to keep it that way. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully, the finish button is right there. Thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you guys for the donations for those who donated. And see you guys in the next video, whether that be live or not. But yeah, bye guys.